This may just be one of my favorite new devices given the recent heat wave. This is the Ranvoo Aice Lite. 2 weeks ago I did an unboxing of this and I've been testing it. I've used this unit to grill. I've done some yard work in my backyard. I've also used it inside my car. We get up to like 120 Fahrenheit here, so our AC struggle in the car a little bit. So having this with the car AC definitely helped out a lot. I've used it to straighten up my workbench for a later video so I didn't have to show it so messy. I've also used it to replant some dead plants in my front yard because, well, I live in a HOA, unfortunately, and they were going to fine me if I didn't replant them. It was really hot that day. Everybody enjoyed the dad bod. As you can see from my midsection, I definitely have been eating better lately. The Ranvoo does come with an app. All you do is take out this card and scan that QR code with your camera on your phone. Okay, now that the app is installed, go ahead and just press the power button on the Ranvoo to turn it on. And now the phone is synced with the unit. From here, you can control the temperature of the unit. You also adjust the wind speed on it, which is very nice. Up at this highest setting here, it is so high that you can actually use it to mute the wife a little bit. Shh, don't tell my wife. Okay, then it also has a heating mode, which I'll save this to talk about more towards the end. It has a wind mode, which this is kind of like where they named wind speed up there. It's kind of a naming error in my opinion. It should have been called fan speed. But yeah, so this is pure fan mode. It turns the cooling pads off all the way. AI mode will adjust using its CPU. It'll take a sample of the air temperature, try to set the temperature and fan speed to what you want it at that moment. You also have silent mode over here, which this now does work on the latest update. This now does throttle the fan back and forth. They have hot pack mode. Once again, that goes into the heating setting. Cooling first, that just prioritizes the cooling fans. And low power, I believe that's an eco mode on that one. Also on this update, they added another cool feature right here. I've already hit the button for it. They call it voice reminder, but by turning this off, we'll turn off all the beeping noises that the Ranvoo is making. So now we have it back on. So now I need to go ahead and exit out and enter back into the app at this point. So I'm gonna have to push the power button and turn the unit back on. Now every time we hit the button, unfortunately, it makes that beeping noise again. But yeah, that's a cool thing is I don't know if it was from after they watched my video where I talked about how annoying the beeping sound was, but yeah, they put a feature, so voice reminder. It should have been called beep notification, would have been a better wording for it there. But either way, the feature works. You go back, you turn that off, and now when you change temperatures, it no longer beeps. It's a little odd when you turn it back on, then you have to reboot the unit, but whatever. I would never do that. Now that it's off, I would pretty much leave it in that mode. For this test, I got out my temperature gun here. So it's sitting about 72, 73 downstairs in my house right now. So I'm going to test the cooling pad, and it's not on right now, so it's sitting around 72. I have the app set to 61 degrees with the fan almost up all the way. So let's see how much it can actually cool down to that temperature. We'll give it a few minutes. And yeah, I can already see it climbing down now. It's already at 70. But yeah, let's give it a minute or so to actually achieve its temperature. Okay, it's been not very long. It's been about a minute or so. Let's go ahead and check the temperature on it. Oh wow, so it's definitely dropped it. It's dropped it down to 56.1. Right here, it gets the coldest up against the neck. And then this model actually cools the back and the neck very, very well. So yeah, you can see the thermal plates are definitely, they look like they're located right there. And then on the back side of it over here, there's a slight bit of heat dissipation, but it's not very much. It's very isolated in an area right there, but I think most of it ends up going out through the fans. So yeah, you can't use it ultimately to put it in the middle of a room and cool it down, unfortunately. But yeah, that's just kind of how cooling works. For every cool side, there's a heat side. Okay, for this next test, I'm gonna see how much it can cool my neck down in like a 5-minute period. So I'm gonna use a temperature gun to see what it says my temperature is. Should be around 97. I feel great, in good health and everything, but we'll see what it says about it. It's right there in the center of the back of the neck. Okay, and it says my exterior skin temperature is 83.8. So 83.8 or 84 degrees, just to be able to remember it a little better there. Let's put this on and see how far it can chill my neck down to. Oh, be back. Gotta check my food. Stay really, really cool. You gotta use a Ranvoo. To stay cool, you gotta have the Ranvoo. Stay really, really cool. You gotta use a Ranvoo. To stay cool, you gotta have the Ranvoo. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes or so. Let me go ahead and check the back of my neck here. So it says it gets my neck down to 75.5. What's really cool about this is you have your main jugulars and those pads are pressed right up against it. So it starts cooling down the blood in your body, cooling your whole body down. You end up not feeling hot anywhere, not on your feet, not in your armpits. For this next part, well, I'm gonna need another chair, first of all. This is gonna be the pros and cons. Put this chair over here for the con, and I'll be the pros on this one. Eric? Well, I'll start. Well, the pros are definitely everything I've just showed you. You're able to stay cool in this heat wave as a state called Arizona, which is nice. Another great thing about it is I found that it makes a great desk AC fan. You can put this on your desk and cool yourself off. Say somebody else in the room, they're already cold, but you're still hot. You can put this out and it'll cool you right down. Then you can also trick all your friends into thinking you're playing VR. Okay. So I guess it's on to you to tell the cons now. Finally, my turn. Just how I explained how the unit cools down using the veins on the side of the neck. In heat mode, I'm not a fan of having my blood heated up whatsoever. It kind of made me feel a little bit nauseous very quickly. I took the unit off. I love cooling my blood down. I can drop it down to the lowest setting on 61 Fahrenheit and it feels great to me. But on the heating setting, yeah, it's not so good. I also live in Phoenix where a lot of the days are between 100 to 120 Fahrenheit between July to August. However, if you're in direct sunlight in 100 Fahrenheit, at that point it feels like it's just blowing hot air on you and you really get no effect from it. Below that, yeah, the unit works great. It does basically what they said it would do. I have had great results over 100 Fahrenheit, but it was usually after the sun was already down and the environment was starting to cool off. But other than that, yeah, that's all I can really think of as the cons for it. Eric? That's a good point, Eric. One of the other things I found, and this isn't kind of really a pro or a con, wearing this out in public, you will bring a little extra tension to yourself. It's probably because everybody knows you're so cool. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you're looking to stay cool this summer, I have links down in the description below, and I also have a coupon code to bring you even more savings off of it. Until you get your Ranvoo unit, try to have a great day. Stay cool, man. Stay cool. I have an idea. I have an idea. Eureka. Stay really, really cool. You gotta use a Ranvoo. To stay cool, you gotta have the Ranvoo. Stay really, really cool. You gotta use a Ranvoo. To stay cool, you gotta have the Ranvoo.